What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Man, we are full steam ahead towards WrestleMania, and these overseas crowds are absolutely delivering, this time in Scotland. Absolutely incredible.
When you think of Scotland, you think of Drew McIntyre, but we didn't see Drew tonight.
We did not. The show
Uh,
kicked off with John Cena just absolutely demolishing the crowd, saying that they don't deserve him to be there, and the last time is now. And this brought out Cody Rhodes sticking up for the fans, and these two just had an intense back and forth with a great face-off to kick off the show.
yeah, John Cena, he's giving the crowd what we want. He's giving us what we want, and that's a heel run. But he's telling us we're not deserving of anything. It's just such a good heel tactic. But like I said, John Cena wanting to win that title come WrestleMania, beating Ric Flair's record, he wants to retire the championship and take it home in retirement.
Even bringing up the spinner belt, man, it was good stuff. This led us right into tag team action.
Jey Uso
Yeah,
versus a mystery partner against A-Town Down Under, Theory, and Grayson Waller. None other than Jimmy Uso ending up being the surprise, much to, of course, the delight of the crowd. They liked it. Pat
I was
McAfee
hoping
loved
for
it
Joe
too.
Hendry myself.
Everybody thought of it, and my buddy texted me too, saying I think it's going to be Joe Hendry, but I mm, I didn't want to hold my breath for that. I really didn't. Jay started with this. Jimmy got a nice hot tag here. They went on offense for quite some time. Of course, there's going to be offense and then back to some defense. But A Town Down Under, they found a way to try to get the upper hand. Using some dirty tactics like they always do. But Jimmy and Jay, they didn't let it happen. They finished them off with a 1D on Austin Theory to get the pin and the win. Good match. Gunther shows up and takes out Jimmy before him and Jay then got into it, and then Jay, kind of tripped when he tried to hit a spear to attack Gunther, but Jimmy saved him with a chair. This sends Gunther running, but we got them backstage afterwards. Jimmy Uso challenging Gunther to a match next week on Raw. Smacks the holy hell out of Gunther. I think that not the shot heard around the world. I think that was the smack heard around the world. Now Gunther, when he chops, you can hear those chops throughout the arena. But I'll tell you, that slap to the face by Jimmy to Gunther backstage was absolutely insane. We didn't get a crazy tease of dissension with Theory and Waller. I think they're really just trying to build up this Jey Uso Gunther stuff, but definitely we're slowly seeing that that dissension between Theory and Waller, but they're doing it very very slowly, and some weeks a little bit slower than others. But let's move next with our women's title match, Intercontinental title on the line, Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. You know, what did we expect here? Did we expect a good match? Of course, Liv Morgan ringside for support. Don't get me wrong, Rodriguez, her size and strength, helps with advantage here. But I mean, Lyra Valkyria is just so quick and kind of used her quickness to retain with the roll up, countering Raquel's power bomb, I think it was. But Raquel was attacked later by Liv Morgan when this bell rang. Bailey comes up to make the save and helps Lyra stand tall a little bit after this. So I see what they're doing here. I didn't expect Raquel to win the title at all. And of course she didn't. But you know what? I guess it made my heart happy. I wish there was maybe a little bit more.
Can we
But
talk about what made
Raquel,
my heart happy next, dude? Really, just El Grande de Americana.
oh dude.
Oh, such a good segment, man. They did a great vignette with him getting us hyped up for his match later.
Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, for all of you that don't know. Um, I really wonder who it is under the mask. Chad Gable now pretending to be this all new luchador, this American luchador trying to take on all these other luchadors, which we'll get into that a little bit later tonight. But he does have a match come later. But before we get to that, let's talk about this women's championship situation with Adam Pearce in the ring, talking about the women's title matchup. Io Sky come to the ring first, willing to fight Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at the same time. Bianca Belair came down. Her and Bianca and Io, they have some beef. Now, whenever Io's in the ring and Rhea Ripley's in the ring and Bianca's in the ring, Bianca's got beef with Rhea Ripley and always pushes Io to the side like she's nothing.
I know.
All right. Now, with Rhea Ripley out here, the stakes get a little bit higher. Were we going to get a triple threat at Mania? I think that's what's going to happen, but Adam Pearce says it's not going to because we're going to get Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky next week, and the winner of that match will go ahead and face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. I really think that all three women are going to be at Mania, triple threat match. They all fight, and Adam Pearce leaves the ring. The dude needs a drink.
Oh boy.
Um, I guess it was very strong. It was awesome, but let's see what they got going into Raw next week. Is Rhea going to dethrone Io Sky and face Belair at Mania? I don't think that's going to happen. I really think we are going to see a triple threat match.
Oh, me too, dude. Can we just talk about Adam Pearce? He was going through it tonight, making that match next week a special guest referee match with Bianca Belair as the referee, just adding some extra flavor to that matchup for sure.
Yeah, I see what they're doing here. They're prolonging it a little bit, but I'm down for that entertainment. Now let's get to real business. El Grande Americano
Oh, here we
versus
go.
Dragon Lee. What a match, I'll tell you. Olay chants throughout the arena. I mean, these crowds overseas are definitely they put us to shame here in America. I hate to say it. Match was physical. Storyline, it's just kind of ridiculous. But everybody was involved.
I
Um,
love it.
let's talk about this here. Grande Americano. I wonder who that could be. Chad Gable pulling off Dragon Lee's mask. Now it's very inevitable and it's very rude to
Disrespectful.
pull
Yeah.
off a
Yeah.
luchador's mask during a matchup, making him tap out with an ankle lock, as of course Dragon Lee tried to cover up his face. I think this was one of the best things we've seen in quite some time. But what are they doing with Chad Gable as this El Grande Americano and of course the chatter behind Aleister Black? What does that mean? Are we seeing Aleister Black in all of this? With Chad Gable going out on that venture, looking to learn how to fight all these luchadors, coming back as this El Grande Americano. I think there's a little confusion here, but I think everybody's expecting Aleister Black. Story wise, I guess yes and no. It's just for the pop, I believe, but there's got to be more behind it, and I think they're gonna pull it off come WrestleMania. I think we're gonna. I was hoping to see it a little bit sooner, but I think it's gonna be revealed at WrestleMania. I think they got a little more up their sleeve.
Oh yeah, Triple H is working behind the scenes. Can I just say it right now? I'm behind El Grande Americano 100%. What I was behind next was CM Punk making his way down to the ring. That man is just a magician with a microphone in his hand, telling everyone that he guesses he has a triple threat match at WrestleMania now against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and he's ready for a fight.
Yeah, he's ready for a fight. The crowd's ready for a fight. Is Punk gonna come out on top?
I think so.
I think so too. But the one thing I really think about at Mania is with that match, we're going to see that Shield power bomb with Rollins and Roman power bombing CM Punk through an announcer's table. It's got to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. This brought us right into a phenomenal main event, Braun Breaker versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Great back and forth matchup. Braun Breaker looked like he was just getting started, just for the Judgment Day to come out creating havoc and chaos.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio causing a disqualification by interfering and attacking Braun Breaker. Finn Balor showing up, hitting Braun with a steel chair a few times. There was some friction between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, but it kind of seemed like they were back on the same page this week. Penta looked a little bit confused about why they would cost him this match. And then Dominic handed that steel chair to Penta, telling him to attack Braun Breaker, but he ended up attacking Dominic Mysterio instead. Show closes with Balor taking out Penta with a coup de grace. Now, of course, Braun Breaker winning by DQ, still your Intercontinental Champion. But what are they doing with Dominic Mysterio and Penta and this Judgment Day stuff? I bet it ended a little abruptly. It was a little confusing, but I hope we get that cleared up within the next week or so.
Oh, I think we will for sure. This was an action-packed Monday Night Raw. Special start time and quite a special finish, if I might ask. We saw shades of Penta potentially turning heel. That did not happen, like you said. But I thought it was a great Raw start to finish. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.